Assholes. you know, we've all had experiences with some a-holes. People are just rude, especially now. I just feel like people are always just. There's always gonna be that one guy, during your day that just kind of pisses you off. Today we're gonna be looking at r/am I the asshole. It's been a while since we went on Reddit, so this should be good. But today we're looking at the Reddit page, Am I the Asshole? So basically people just say the story, and then we're gonna talk about it. Me and y'all, we're gonna talk about if this person's an asshole or if they're justified. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's get to reading. Am I the asshole for saying I won't coddle my infertile sister anymore? My sister Julie has tried to have a baby for 5 years. She had a miscarriage 2 years ago, and outside of that has been unable to get pregnant. My heart hurts for her. However, one thing I don't agree with is how my family has handled it. We're not allowed to talk about babies around Julie. Any kids younger than 3 can't come to family events that she'll attend. She won't attend baby showers, baptisms, etc. The last one I understand, but the rest feels overkill. I got pregnant last year. I told Julie first and she reiterated her boundaries. I said I understood. The first hurdle came with my baby shower. My mother-in-law was throwing it. I didn't expect Julie to come. Then my mom told me I shouldn't have one, period, out of respect. I said that was ridiculous. She didn't have to come, so why did it matter? Only 3 people from my side of the family came to the shower. When my son was born, I posted a birth announcement on Facebook. My parents lectured me for this and said it was going to hurt Julie. I said she could just block or mute me. They said I should make the effort. Julie echoed that if I cared, I'd stop. I ended up blocking her just to save drama. My aunt's 70th birthday party is next week. My husband and I plan to go, bringing our son. Julie called and asked if we were going. She then asked me to get a sitter for our son. I said no. She doesn't want to miss the party. My aunt is one of the few people who agree that Julie's boundaries aren't fair and wants my son there as she doesn't get to see him often. Julie got upset and started crying, saying that I was unfair. I finally snapped and asked what would happen when she got pregnant. Will we all be expected to shower her with the love and attention she's refused to give other people's kids? Will her baby be allowed to attend events? She said that was different. I said no, I'm not coddling her anymore. My son exists, he's family, and he's coming. She can decide if she wants to or not. My parents yelled at me for being mean to Julie. They offered to pay for a sitter, but I said no. It's not even her house. Am I the asshole? This is an interesting one. I'm going to say that she's justified. I get how a miscarriage, I could never imagine what that's like. Obviously, I'm not a woman, and I've never even gotten to the stage of my life where I've thought about having kids yet. But I know for a fact that a miscarriage is a very, very serious thing, and it can be extremely traumatizing for the people, like the parents involved and all that. So I definitely feel for her. And I mean, obviously her sister does too. But at the same time, when it comes to, I think just in general trauma, things that affect you, when it starts to affect other people, you have to be reasonable. If you have trauma about something and you ask a close friend, hey, don't do A, B, and C around me, please, it's kind of, triggers, it's a little triggering to me. That's fine. Absolutely. And if you have good friends, then they're going to respect that. But at the same time, when it comes to something like this, where it's like now your sister can't even bring her children around that child's family at gatherings because of that, then that's different. I don't think that's reasonable at all. It's extremely unreasonable to ask someone who's having a child not to have a baby shower just for someone else's sake, especially when it's not like they have to go. So yeah, I definitely feel like this one is justified. Not an asshole. Let me know if you want. Let me know in the comments how you feel about any of this stuff. I wanted to do this video so we can get talking a little bit. We haven't talked in a while, and I like to talk. Y'all know I like to talk. But yeah, I feel like as far as she should go is just don't go to the functions that make you uncomfortable. And yeah, that's about it. But you do need to be able to be around kids because you want to be an active member in your, like in this example, this is her sister. Even with the miscarriage and everything, I feel like if I was in her position, and again, I'm not claiming to know what this is like at all. I'm just saying with how I'm thinking right now. Even with the miscarriage and everything, you still want to be an active part in your niece or nephew's life. So it's like, why would you want to stay away from kids as a whole? Because then it's like the first few years of their life, you're just not there, and then all of a sudden you just pop up, hey, like that just doesn't really make sense to me. And like, why is it 3 or below? It's like that's always gonna be their kid. So it's like, I don't know. This is a weird situation, but I definitely don't think she's an asshole for this one. I think she's very justified. Yeah, I just feel like it gets to a certain level with coddling people and you know, doing things for people, but due to trauma, it just gets to a certain point where you have to realize, like, not everything can change for you. Because if every single person had everything changed around for them, then the world would be chaos. Everybody can't have exactly what you want. There has to be compromise, and I think there definitely needs to be compromise in this situation. But y'all can let me know what you think. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm a bigot and an idiot, then say that respectfully. You don't have to use those words exactly, you know. That would be greatly appreciated. You know, I don't like when people hate on me. Am I the asshole for telling people to stop congratulating me for losing weight? I've recently lost a lot of weight. I've been fat since childhood. Growing up fat was hard. You're the brunt of jokes, mean and snide comments. Any little pain you have at the doctor's must be because of your weight. You're not allowed to complain about being too hot in the summer. Your food choices are scrutinized to death. Eat a salad, well done. It's so healthy. Good on you for trying to lose weight. Eat a burger, that's why you're fat. You should try swapping the bun for lettuce. You should swap your fries for a salad. Are you sure you don't want something else? Christ on a bike, it was exhausting. I got to a point in my 20s where I decided I didn't care anymore. I was fat and that was that. I stopped efforts for intentional weight loss and started moving my body because I enjoyed it and it alleviated my depressive episodes. I also went vegan for Lent 3 years ago and never stopped after the 40 days. I've subsequently lost a lot of weight. I haven't weighed myself in about 5 years, but I've lost a lot of weight. Went from size 18-20 to 10-12. I'm ambivalent about the weight loss, angry about the treatment of it. People are nicer to me, like they'll greet me where they didn't before. I walk into a store and the staff comes to offer me help. My Instagram likes have never been higher. Men hit on me and point out other aspects of my personality other than being funny. Nobody seems to care what I eat anymore. They even encourage me to get dessert now. People treat me with basic human decency because my body is smaller than it used to be, and it fucking infuriates me. I've changed in no way. I'm the same person I've always been, but the way I move in the world has improved because my body is smaller. I went to a family event for the first time post-pandemic. Jaws literally dropped. OMG, you look so good. You have to tell me your secret. I asked people to stop commenting on my body as it was making me uncomfortable. They persisted until I snapped. I told them very curtly and firmly, but never shouting, that it's disgusting how they treat me. How the cousins who never invited me on girls' nights now want me to hang with them. How people are now talking to me about things other than work and taking a genuine interest in my life. How they're not even trying to conceal their fat phobia. It makes me sad that I could have had the love and support of my family all these years had I not been fat. People did the whole, no, it was your health we were worried about, and I pointed out how 2 of my cousins were either a high-functioning alcoholic or being on this side of coke addiction, yet none of them were ever treated with the disdain I was. Their concern was not my health, but my looks. Please spare me lies to my face. It got awkward and silent, and my family left soon after. My parents went off on me in the car about it for making this awkward. They said that I should have just said thanks and not ruined the family gathering. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Once again, this is kind of just a case of, you know, your family not really being the type of family they should be. I mean, as a fat man myself, I understand that, you know, growing up like that, there's certain things that come along with the weight, you know, like especially the, are you sure you don't want anything else? Those kind of comments, extremely familiar with those. As I have started to lose weight, I don't know if you noticed, swallow my saliva. Yeah, but I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I've lost a decent amount of weight. And I do, you know, you do get the comments like, oh my gosh, like what have you been doing to lose weight? Like what, you know, all this stuff like we just read. And for me personally, that doesn't bother me. It's flattering. It's like, oh, you know, I appreciate you guys noticing the work I've been putting in and all that. But I can also see how when it's such a night and day change from when you were fat to when you're less fat, I can understand how that would be upsetting. And I feel like when it comes to things like weight and all that, when people are commenting on it and stuff, it's not for them to decide what's appropriate. It's not for them to decide what's reasonable of you and what's unreasonable of you. Because at the end of the day, it's how you feel about how they're treating you. So it's like, if people don't want to hang out, or you feel like people don't want to hang out with you because you were fat, or didn't want to hang out with you rather because you were fat, and now they're changing, you know, because of the weight, then it's just like they really got to think about it. Because at the end of the day, they know why they are acting the way they're acting. They know why things are different. They know in their head what the real reason is. Now, whether it's actually because of weight or not, you know, that's between y'all to figure out. But in their head, they know what the reason is. So if the reason that they didn't want to hang out with you was because you were fat, and they're sitting here lying to your face, I mean, it's just, they're just kind of shitty. They're just being shitty. But I absolutely don't think this person is being an asshole, because when you have years of this built up feeling about yourself and how other people are treating you, one day, if it's not addressed, it's gonna come out like it did, and so someone's gonna snap. But they really need to think about, like, wow, our comments on this person and their weight have made them this emotional about it. And I'm not saying emotional is a bad thing. I'm saying, like, they should think, like, wow, this is causing this reaction from them. Maybe they're actually serious about this and they're not just bullshitting. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, I mean, having conditional love upon something as superficial as weight, I mean, words can't even describe how just utterly garbage that is. It's like, weight, it like I said, it's a very superficial thing. It's like, it's an appearance. It's like, I don't know, it's like really not being friends with someone because of their hair color or something. It's like, okay, the health part, yes, that's why I've wanted to lose weight. I want to, you know, I want to prevent future health things, and I feel that, yeah, I mean, it's a proven fact that being overweight can cause health issues. That is the problem with being fat, not of the way you look, or, you know, that's not gonna that shouldn't drop your value as a person. Unfortunately, in some people's eyes it does, and to those people, take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Stuff like this is just too common, unfortunately. But you're definitely not the asshole for it, because I mean, that's your family. They should support you no matter what. And if you're saying, hey, you commenting on my weight is just making me a little uncomfortable, you guys, you were never acting like, you know, you never wanted me around before, and now that I've lost weight, suddenly I have more value. They should own up and be real with you and apologize for it, not deny it and, you know, try to get out of it and all that. And then for your parents to yell at you over it, L parents, I'm not gonna lie, L parents, okay? Look, parents out there, do better than this. Do better than this. If your kid's coming, like, if your kid is so hurt by something to the where, can I talk? Or if your kids are you know, obviously upset by something to the point where they have an outburst, sure, it's okay to be a little upset that they had an outburst. That's whatever. Nobody likes an outburst, right? But at the same time, you shouldn't yell at them and tell them they're wrong for it, because they obviously had a lot of built up emotions about it. And you should think about how much of this, I don't know how to explain it, I don't know how to phrase it, how much they've really been upset by it, and how much is going on in their head for them to have outbursts like that. You just got to think about you know, how they feel, instead of just getting mad at them about it. But anyways, that's enough on that one. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Probably do one more, because these are pretty long, but I'm enjoying talking to you guys, so, you know, might be a little more of this in the future. Just saying. Let's move on. Am I the asshole for refusing to spend overnights at my mom's? My parents are divorced. My brother, 17 male, and I, 15 female, spent equal amounts of time with our parents until last year when we asked Dad to take Mom to court and get more custody time with us. The judge had us talk to a therapist who suggested letting us decide whether we spent overnights with her, but I did suggest that we see her at least twice a month. It was hard for Mom to accept. I love my mom, but I haven't really liked her for a long time. I despise her husband, and I despise his 13-year-old daughter, and I never bonded or really cared about the rest of his kids or my half-sibling. My mom's husband was an ass to us because we wouldn't call him Dad. He insisted that if we wouldn't give him the title, then we had to call him Mr. last name. Then he'd spend his time talking about how if our dad just let us live there, he'd be doing all the dad stuff, how we were ungrateful, selfish. He accused my brother of hating women and being a future manipulator because he was so cruel to not give my mom the love and respect of choosing a new father for us. His 13-year-old spent years trying to get us to call our mom's husband dad, telling us our dad was selfish, saying she hoped our dad would die, and calling me a bully for not admitting her dad was my dad. She would also be brought along to exchanges, and then she'd curse at my dad and tell him to go die. Like, she was young when this started, so I know it came from someone else, but how am I supposed to be friendly or love someone who says that? One time, she stole my bracelet and attempted to throw it in the garbage disposal because my dad bought it for me, and she told me he wasn't allowed inside her dad's house. Mom knew about all the stuff going on, and she never stood up for us. My brother and I have both rejected overnights with mom ever since the court ruling. We spend every other Saturday with her, and we do a Wednesday dinner thing at a noodle shop, but that's all we see of her, and we prefer it that way. Sometimes it ends badly because she'll bring along all the kids and the arguing is still present. My mom has begged us to spend the night sometime. She has said that she misses us and we have a family there who would love to hang with us, and overnights are a part of that. My brother asked her when she was getting divorced. She replied that she wasn't, and he told her until that day he will never step foot in her house again. He left. I was then alone with mom, and I told her I'll never do an overnight at her house again. She started arguing and told me I was blowing things out of proportion. I asked her if she wanted her youngest to grow up with the kind of fighting that goes on when we're there. She told me I was being cruel to her by denying her overnights, that she's a good mom and she loves us. I told her she obviously loves her husband more and left. She DM'd me after and asked how I could do that to her. I feel bad. Am I the asshole? No! Yo, I'm not gonna lie. All due respect, your mom and her man sound like a couple Looney Tunes. Okay, they sound like a couple Looney Tunes. My mans was trying to force you to call him dad. Oh, I wish. Bro. Sorry if y'all can hear the yelling, by the way. I tried to ask him to be quiet, but nope, nada. I'm descending into madness. Trying to force someone's kids or trying to force kids that aren't yours to call you dad is absolutely nuts. Okay, if my stepdad ever would have done that, we would have been squaring up. We would have had real problems, man, because that's actually ridiculous. And just sitting there like trashing the real dad, it's just what positive are these kids getting from that? Like, that's their dad. They're always gonna love their dad most likely. So trying to put a wall between them, what good is that gonna do the kid? None at all. If anything, that's horrible for the kid. And then the mom not standing up for her own children. It's just ridiculous. Some people don't deserve to be parents. And then, when she wants to stop having overnights, her mom is just gaslighting her, calling her cruel, saying that she's a good mom, even though she's absolutely not. Just all these things. It's just ridiculous. Telling her that she's blowing things out of proportion, ridiculous. I mean, it's just crazy how she's willing to treat her kids. It's just like she said, it seems like she's picking her new husband over her kids, and it's just ridiculous. But you're definitely not the asshole here at all. I hope your mom comes around. Like, I really truly do, because that's sickening. That's sickening. And I hope she does divorce that L man, but I have a feeling that she won't, because from what I'm reading here, she seems like she's, in too deep to this, I don't even know what to call their relationship, but that man is an L, and so is the mom. So that's my 2 cents on it. Once again, you can let me know how you feel in the comments. Okay? All right? Cool. All right, I think that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I did really enjoy this, actually. I do want to do more of these videos where we just kind of talk about stuff, just because I like letting you guys know how I feel about things, and I would actually really like to hear some feedback about how you guys feel about it. I don't know why I've been wearing headphones this whole time. There's been no audio at all, so yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. It's definitely really interesting to read, and it's just crazy to really learn about other people's situations and just how some people's families are, or just hear about how people react to things. I don't know, it's just really interesting to me. It gives me wider perspective on the world and how people really can be sometimes. So I really enjoy it, and I probably will make more videos like this. So if you did enjoy, then just leave a like or something. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for me. So appreciate you watching. It's all love. Take care of yourself today and every day. Take care of yourself every day. Make sure you drink water. Take a shower. You don't wash your ass, you smell. I guarantee you that. Drink water, eat food, live life, be happy. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.